Again, this week we'll be focusing more on the importance of the church in transforming culture. I believe one of the essential elements of transforming the culture is to accept the role of the church, God's original design, that the local church is the agent of transformation. God is building his kingdom through his local church. And I told you before the story of an organization that spent a lot of money, billions of dollars, feeding, dole out and many aids and relief. And for many years of serving that community, they realized that there's a little change. And one aspect of there's little one of the reason there's little transformation is because they didn't work with the church, they didn't partner, they didn't um, follow God's original design that the main agent to transformation is the local church. And today, this week, you'll be watching a short video about going back to God's original plan. It's allowing again the local church to do its part, its role in transforming the culture. Okay? So the big question for this week in relation to society and culture is what forms and what keeps, what develops a society. So before we already realized that people impacts culture, and culture can shape society. And in this week, we'll be discovering what keeps, what forms, what develops society. So please take time to watch the video, short video, reflect, read the books, okay? And also your class notes and discover the answer to this question. This diagram reminds us that the importance of critical contextualization. There are many ways to transform cultures. First, you deal with the old ways. Old culture, you believe that old culture is evil. So, you know, you just set aside the old ways and you will produce the foreign gospel and old goes underground. Okay, so that's one way to do to deal with the old ways. The other one is deal with the old ways. So old culture is you believe that there's both good and evil and on the old culture and the old paradigm. That's why it needs critical contextualization. Okay, and there are four-step process. You analyze the old ways empathetically. You accept that there are things that is important in this old ways. There are lessons to learn. There are positive things in the old ways. But also you need to study the Bible on the subject. Judge old ways in the light of biblical teaching. And you will create new contextualized ways. Okay. So you can do that. So deal with the old ways through critical contextualization. The third ways in uh, dealing with the old is you just accept. Okay, before you set aside, you neglect, you avoid. The second one, you deal with it. The third one is you accept the old ways. Old culture is good. Okay, and many old guys believe in this. They like it. So uncritical contextualization. You don't question the old ways. You just embrace it, accept it. Okay? So it will result to syncretism. That's why in the Philippines, in the Philippine culture, we have this syncretistic belief that, they just gathered all the old ways, system and practices, and, you know, and uh, they believe that all old culture is good. So they accept it and they embrace it. So again, these are very important concept to consider this week as we study about society and culture. So please uh, watch the related videos about this one. Okay. And another important, I think, diagram that we need to review, and I believe you already have seen this. Uh, uh, we call this picture. Okay, it's a worldview model. Okay, how to understand worldview and how to affect, how to impact, and how to transform a worldview. So this diagram shows, this picture shows that if worldview affects the values of people, and values affects feelings, and feelings affects beliefs, and beliefs affects actions. But the root, the central, okay, the controlling aspect of behaviors, beliefs, feelings, and values is worldview. Okay, so if we want to change behaviors, beliefs, feelings, and values, okay, or knowledge, expression, judgment, is to change first the worldview of the person. So society is composed of people who have different worldviews. And a society is actually, okay, being shaped by people who runs the society, who leads the society. It their worldview will affect, okay, the kind of society we are living on. So if you want to change and transform society and culture, you need to go back to the worldview. What's the people really, uh, you know, what's uh, what's their perspective, mindset, or the way of thinking. Okay, so it's very crucial to remind ourselves about that. This week you'll be watching some videos that shows this kind of model. So you need to observe, synthesize by induction, you create a model, you analyze by deduction, then predictions, then you test by experimentation. So there'll be some experimentation in short videos that talks about moral values, talks about, society confirmation, okay, and how society can be changed, okay, and how can it be influenced by some individuals. So please consider this diagram as you watch this video. And also this is about the simplex rule relationship by Hibbert, okay. Uh, talks about the role of each individual in the context of neighborhood, work, club, or even inside the church in a family context. And it's all interrelated relationship. So in the context of society, it's an interrelated relationship of individuals having their own roles and activities that affects the whole culture, and at the same time the society itself. So please, I encourage you, watch short videos, reflect on it, and hope you will learn something. God bless as you watch the video.